Many believe that diet plays a crucial role in spiritual awakening. Certainly, it has some influence, but to what extent does it impact our progress? Does eating meat hinder your spiritual awakening progress? What is the primary importance in spiritual progress, and what can be the final state? Let's explore these three profound questions here. First, I want to clarify that this video is not meant to disrespect anyone's beliefs or traditions. Advaita Vedanta questions everything, and in this video, the aim is to seek deep insights while embracing acceptance and harmony. The role of foods. Yes, food does play a role in the spiritual path, but spiritual progress is not limited to what we eat. Spiritual awakening is a journey that transcends both mind and body, while food and the body support this journey. If you look closely, you'll see that the body is part of nature. It grows from small to big primarily from foods from nature, and one day it goes back to it. We have another video in this regard. The link is provided in the description box. It's important to make healthy choices. There are choices of foods based on the three gunas, tamas, rajas, and sattva. Some foods induce laziness. Some foods trigger excitement, while some nourish the body in a balanced way. We will come to this later in the coming days. However, obsessing over food can actually hinder your spiritual journey by creating an attachment to foods and the body. Yes, we must care for our bodies according to its needs and use it properly. But remember, the body is perishable. Now, let's come to this big question. Does eating meat hinder spiritual awakening? In this world, it's impossible to completely avoid causing harm. Even when you consume vegetables, that also involves lives. The pain they experience may be less. That's why their reactions are not as noticeable as those of animals. But there is still a life involved. Similarly, the use of disinfectants also kills microorganisms that we can't see with our naked eye. When doctors and nurses use disinfectants, they do so with the intent of curing, not harm. The key takeaway here is the intention of non-violence and humanity. If you have no such options, meat might be a choice depending on your circumstances and living area. But if you have enough options of vegetables, then a plant-based diet is preferable over meat. Whatever be your choice, the most important thing is to cultivate a non-violent attitude. Even carnivores like tigers or lions kill their prey to survive, not for pleasure. Therefore, learning to eat for living, but not living to eat, and avoiding extremes is essential. Remember, both the mind and body support this spiritual awakening process, and they have interconnectedness with each other. But this process is not confined to the kitchen. It transcends the body and mind. It's essential to cultivate non-violence, peacefulness, and a true virtuous life. So, what is the primary importance, and what can be the final state? Shaping the mind is crucial not only for spiritual growth, but also for how we interact with the world. As Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Now have an insight into this. Here we will also give a knowledge of 4 profound yogas: Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Karma Yoga, and their purposes before concluding this topic. A true spiritual awakening transcends the limitations of the body and mind, leading to the realization of the individual self, or Atman, as one with the Supreme Self, or Brahman. Universal consciousness, true self of you and all beings from the ultimate standpoint, but not this body or mind. In Advaita Vedanta, the Supreme Impersonal Self is referred to as Brahman. You may also know by a different name. This journey depends primarily on the mind, manifestation of divinity in the mind, and finally, a pure mind-like clear water. That's why Swami Vivekananda emphasizes on manifestation of divinity within and famously stated, "Polish the mirror." This means purifying the mind, cleaning the mind to make it like a clear mirror. It is in the mind, in the pure mind, that Brahman, universal consciousness, is seen, as mentioned in the complete works of Swami Vivekananda, Volume 2. Before purifying the mind to a state of complete stillness, free from all the burdens of thought and manifestation of divinity, cultivation of virtue is essential. That stage leads to the revelation of pure witness consciousness, a serene, blissful state in a pure, silent mind, also known as Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which goes through a process of dhyana or meditation. This aids in deepening conviction. This method is also referred to as Raja Yoga. However, Advaita Vedanta includes other practices as well for knowledge and realization, such as Shravana or listening, Manana or reflecting and resolving doubts about what has been learned, and Nididhyasana or deep contemplation and assimilation. These practices are referred to as Jnana Yoga and Vijnana Yoga for understanding and realization. Bhakti Yoga, on the other hand, is a yoga primarily inclined to devotion and love, and Karma Yoga, or the yoga of action, is for the participation in daily activities with a transformed attitude and aids purification of the mind. This awakening and realization bring total freedom from all bondage and fear, and empower you with love, compassion, and unity among all beings with great acceptance. And this is primarily practiced rooted in Advaita Vedanta, though others may have different practices. Thank you for listening. Until then, take care. Keep questing, strive to knowing.